This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we got early access look to Microsoft Flight Simulator because developers over Microsoft Flight Simulator gave us the early access code, and today we're gonna jump in and start playing. So let's hop in. This is how to start.
Hello there. You must be CW Lemoyne number 7650.
Yes.
Welcome to Eunice. I'm Arturo, the owner of this Aero Club.
I'm assuming you know the book, inside and out.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Got it.
Alright. Anyways, nothing to do. Having massive skill issues. Kind of like Crew 2. Yep, that's a skill issue. We're just updating the game right now. Install manager. I don't know if it's gonna be like this. When we first start playing this game in November. Alright, so let's get ready to fly to Ghost. So let's just wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Asobo 737 MAX 8 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And wow, what can I tell you guys? Let me just jump into it right away. As you can tell, we're removing the pitot covers, the engine covers, and we're walking around removing the chocks from the wheels and also inspecting different parts of the airplane. You can walk up to it and open up the cargo doors from outside.
Sponsor of this video about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, you can pre-order the game now with, it's only available PC, Xbox Series S and X, Game Pass, and PS5. Those are the only... And I don't know about the Nintendo Switch, so let's go back to it.
Doing right now, inspecting the landing gear itself, inspecting the tires.
This is not actually, we're not playing, it's somebody else playing. Just give y'all FYI.
Making sure everything is okay. As you can tell, it's very detailed the way I've done this. This is the MAX 8. At the back here, you have the lavatory service, which opens and closes with that Boeing green inside. I love that. I'm so excited for this airplane. Absolutely fantastic. And you can notice the modeling on it is so good. But let's go jump in the airplane and do a cold and dark setup, and let's go for a flight. Of course, you got to grab your battery switch up top and all the different switches in the airplane to make this thing come alive. Yes, I'm struggling with the mouse because this is not my computer setup. I had a chance. Microsoft invited us out to take a look at the entire game itself, which we're going to do in a future video. But for now, we're just going to be looking at the MAX 8.
That's going to be like us in a future video when this game comes out.
See what it looks like, what it feels like, what it flies like, what it sounds like, and what it comes with default in the Sims for Xbox and PC, which is good.
Stay tuned.
So far I can tell you that all the switches needed to get this airplane up and running is working in the airplane. So it is definitely a higher fidelity airplane than what we saw in Microsoft 2020. The 2024 models are going to have way more going on in it, aka kind of like what the INI builds.
Okay. When they turn the steering wheel, why is it like this? With both.
More modeled. As you can tell, the animation on the yoke is very smooth and very good. It's not choppy or looks like a 1K graphic. It's good. You can zoom in and out on the screens. The FMC seems to be taking the flight plan well. I didn't go too much in depth in it because I had limited time on it. There was one little bug that I found with the departure runway. I couldn't put it in for some reason, but you can load your flight plan into the airplane through the EFB, and you will see the EFB coming up here shortly. On our left, that's attached to the window. That EFB does the weight and back
skill issue
work. It goes up and down, has basic information on the HUD, not as detailed as I've seen before, but it is all there, and they've done such a wonderful job with it. I have to say that the modeling on the airplane looks really good. When I pan around here and look at the level of details on the wheel wells, the suspension, the hydraulic lines, and later on there's a shot here I will show you of here tunnel or cavity or whatever with everything that they have modeled in there. I was told they actually did a 3D scan off the wheel well area on the main gear. As you know, the 737, there's no door that covers up completely. The wheel just gets reset into the airplane. But right here, I was told this is a 3D scan of a real 737 MAX that they did to achieve this. But this is a level of detail that's absolutely superb. And I'm very, very, very impressed with that, the way they have done this. The exterior itself is nice. I love the technology winglets. They look really good and life-size, the way it should be. And of course, the distinctive APU at the back for the MAX is a little bit different than the NG, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So it is pretty good. And last but not least, the intake is modeled for the APU to run, as you can see there. But a fine job, but let's go fly the airplane. There's the EFB I'm talking about. I'll do another video on the EFB, what's in it, how it operates, and as much detail as I was able to get a hold of. But we're lined up here in Fort Lauderdale, 10 left. Let's go do a base leg. This is what I do with all the airplanes that I've flown. I go take it for a base leg and see what the flight modeling on this airplane is all about. We're maintaining centerline, which is good. The rudder ground field feels real good on this. I was using the rudder pedal. Didn't have to think about the nose darting left and right on you. It actually feels good in the ground roll to go take off. And
this is kind of like my GTA videos.
I have to tell you guys, the minute I pulled the yoke back to climb out, I could tell you right away that this is a completely different flight model than we've seen in 2020.
Don't worry, I'm just listening.
Completely different flight model. The flight model on this thing is, I would going to use the word smoother. It's more smooth. It's not as notchy. If for you guys who fly X-Plane who were used to that and jump into 2020, you would notice that it's a little bit notchy when you turn. No. This is a completely new flight model that I had a chance to ask questions about from Asobo. And what they have done with the flight model, we'll go in depth in that in another video, but I can tell you, this is good. This flight model is good. I know it's not a real airplane, I know it's not a level D sim, but honestly, I'm impressed. If this is what was holding you back from Microsoft, well, they just changed the game on you guys. It is very, very smooth to hand fly this airplane. No autopilot here, just hand fly all the way. Things you notice with the cockpit textures, the lighting, you guys be the judge of what you think about it. I know there's going to be at least 3 Maxes in Microsoft 20 and 24. You're going to have the iFly Max. You're going to have the one from PMDG, but this is the Asobo Max.
That's one of the
they've done
planes.
a really good job with the modeling and so forth. I'm looking outside of the clouds and the weather. The kind of flying that we do is airliner flying. We really don't do low-level ground flying and so forth to look at ground textures, which is also what they changed in 2024. But from this view right here, I have to tell you, it looks so good, so detailed. This is exactly what South Florida looks like from the sky when you're coming and landing at about 2,000 feet. It's really good. And if you look at the overcast weather and clouds, it's not overdone like it is in 2020. It's actually pretty good. I love the auto throttle animation that's here. It's smooth. It looks smooth the way it is in the...
Honestly, the one that's gonna release November is way better than the 2020. To just be honest.
Sim. But yeah, back to hand flying the airplane. It is fantastic to fly in the hand. It really truly is. It blew me away, and I had to ask the question what they did differently, and they basically rebuilt the flight model from the ground up to get to where they are in 2024. Instead of using, one wing surface to model the flight, they're using like 12 or something like that, 4 or 12. I forgot exactly how much the number is. But it was good to see that they listened to the community and they put work in getting the modeling of the flight good. Now, it's going to be up to the third-party developers for all the planes that we already have to update their airplanes to take advantage of what the sim is now offering. I did ask if we are able to use our current airplanes in the sim. The answer is yes, we can, but developers need to take advantage of this new stuff to make it feel even better. Anyway, let's go for a landing. Let's turn the corner here. Gear is down. Let's go take it on final. It's going to be my first landing
Not
with
bad.
the aircraft to see how it responds down low. As you know, the other airplanes, they used to be very twitchy. The nose used to be coming up and down on you real quick with any little movement you put in here. I experienced none of that with this airplane at all. I experienced none of that twitchiness. Yes, I know I came in off center line, which you'll see here for a second, but it's the first time flying this thing, and every movement of the yoke, it just pitches up with you accordingly, but not twitchy up and down you're following. Very nice movement on the airplane. Feels very smooth. I'm loving the Max already, and this is actually not even in beta, or maybe it's beta condition. This is not final yet. Everything you're seeing is not final to the sim. The sim is still about a month or so away, and they're still working on it. But right now, what you get with the Asoba 737 Max is a very good Max to fly. Default, by the way, in the simulator. It's going to be default on Xbox and default on PC for you guys. So here's a beautiful flight, just hand flying it around, man. I have to tell you, you know, there is the missions.
Honestly, this is the best ever.